Today on Update News, a new facility will save the city millions of dollars. Wilmington and Occupy Delaware reach an agreement, and a new city council member is appointed.
This is your city, your government, your station, your news. This is Update News.
A new energy facility will be built at Wilmington's Hay Road wastewater treatment plant, saving over $1 million a year. The new plant is part of a $50.5 million sustainable energy initiative being undertaken by the city. The Renewable Energy Biosolids facility will be a landfill gas-fueled plant that will both generate power and dry sludge using methane gas captured at the plant and from the neighboring Cherry Island landfill. Excess heat produced by the plant will be used to dry sludge, which is a byproduct of wastewater treatment. Dried sludge is easier to dispose of and can also be sold as fertilizer or fuel. Wilmington City Council approved a 20-year deal with Honeywell International for the construction and operation of the $35 million plant. Honeywell has guaranteed that the new operation will save the city nearly $17 million within the next 20 years. The facility will also drastically reduce the city's emission of greenhouse gases. The Renewable Energy Biosolids facility is expected to be completed by early 2014. What started as a single event to help local school children in South Wilmington has turned into an entire weekend filled with community partnerships benefiting the people of Southbridge.
This is one of our community's biggest events. A whole weekend of celebrating family, community, education, our youth, our losses, our gains.
And those gains include games, food, and fun. But the fourth annual Southbridge weekend was more than just a get-together. City employees, elected officials, businesses both small and large, and Southbridge residents experienced positive partnerships that brought forth improvements in services and helped in the creation of initiatives that will positively affect the area residents beyond the weekend. On the second day of the weekend, the basketball courts in Southbridge were reopened after being closed for the renovation of Elbert Park.
So collectively, ShopRite, Coca-Cola and Sprite, and the City of Wilmington Parks and Recreation got together and have completely renovated the basketball court. Resurfaced the whole top, beautiful new painting, fixed our backboards and new rims and baskets, as well as new benches and seatings for our young people to have a safe and beautiful place to enjoy themselves and playing the game of basketball.
The Wilmington Hope Commission, the South Wilmington Planning Network, community organizations, and the residents of Southbridge sponsor the Southbridge Community Weekend. Interfaith Community Housing of Delaware has received a $650,000 grant from the Wells Fargo Regional Foundation to help revitalize West Center City. The money will be distributed to the group over the next 5 years to implement a comprehensive plan created by residents of the area. 2 years ago, Mayor James Baker challenged West Center City to look at ways to improve the neighborhood.
Thank Wells Fargo, the foundation, and the corporation for this grant. Because usually when people say they want to give money, usually it's so little it doesn't make any difference whether you do anything or not. And this is a beautiful start for implementing the plan. For those of you that hasn't seen the plan or read the plan, it's a very good plan, actually. It's a matter of how you get it done. And most plans cost a lot of money and a lot of cooperation and work together with people. So I think that you got a good start. And I think if everybody works together, you can make a difference.
The West Center City Working Group has worked for more than a year to create a resident-driven and directed neighborhood plan, which will ultimately serve as the blueprint for the community's revitalization. The Wells Fargo Regional Foundation has awarded over $62 million in grants towards improving the lives and communities of neighbors living in New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and Delaware. Visit their website for more information. With shootings in Wilmington already nearing yearly records, the state has given the city $100,000 to help fund additional anti-violence measures. Delaware's Criminal Justice Council has given the city funding to add the criminal intelligence gathered by Wilmington police to a statewide database, information that had been previously unavailable to outside agencies, including the state troopers who have been patrolling the city for more than a year. The Criminal Justice Council funds will also be used to increase undercover investigations in the city. And in an effort to help community centers steer children away from crime, a state-supplied social worker will be assigned to work in Wilmington. The City of Wilmington and the Delaware SPCA have agreed to a one-year extension of the animal control contract for the city. Wilmington will pay $345,000 for the Delaware SPCA to continue their operations in the city, an increase of $93,000 from the previous contract. Earlier this year, it was announced that the organization would end the animal control business with Wilmington due to the rising cost of caring for the growing number of animals in the shelter. The state will be creating an animal welfare task force charged with determining the most effective use for Delaware's limited animal control resources. Due to the creation of this task force, the city and Delaware SPCA agreed that a one-year contract would be best for both parties. Wilmington and the SPCA have had a business relationship for over 100 years. Occupy Delaware has come to an agreement with the city to leave their encampment by September 10th. Chancery Court has approved the deal, which allows the city to move forward with a long-planned $1.2 million renovation of Peter Spencer Plaza. The agreement also sets aside an August court date for litigation on the group's right to stay in the plaza. Originally named Civic Center Plaza, Peter Spencer Plaza was constructed in the early 1970s and is the burial site of the religious pioneer. The renovations will begin mid-September and include the replacement of trees, new benches, pavers, lighting, landscaping, and wheelchair-accessible ramps. During construction, access will be limited to a small walkway connecting French and King Streets across from the City-County building. The Delaware Department of Education is once again offering free and reduced price meals for children unable to pay the full price for meals. Meal benefit forms will be sent home with a letter to parents or guardians and are also available at every school. Children who are homeless, in foster care, migrant, or runaways are also eligible for the program. To apply for free or reduced price meals, households should fill out the family meal benefit form and return it to the school. The information provided on the forms will be used for the purpose of determining eligibility. Meal benefit forms may be submitted at any time during the school year. Check out the Department of Education's website for more information. On Valentine's Day 1977, Jack and Gemma Buckley opened their first bookshop on Orange Street. Through the years, they moved a few times, spending the last 18 years at 104 9th Street. But now they've gone south, 2 blocks. The 9th Street bookshop has moved from 9th and gone to Market. Same name, same owners, new space at 730 North Market Street. The Buckleys had searched for 2 years for a new space to call home. They found one downtown next to Leo and Jimmy's Delicatessen. Customers can visit Wilmington's local independent bookseller Monday through Friday from 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. and on Saturday from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m.
But I just want to say to everybody here that's within the sound of my voice and a lot who aren't, who never gave up, this day is a demonstration of what perseverance can make happen. Give yourselves a round of applause. This is perseverance, this is commitment like I've never seen.
Ground has been broken on the $37 million Westin Hotel on the city's Riverfront. Scheduled to open in early 2014, the 180-room hotel will employ 123 people, and it is expected to generate $3.9 million in state and city tax revenues in its first 3 years.
It means that the city now has another economic engine, not just in downtown and some of its other areas, but it has another economic engine that's going to be able to pay. Look at the payroll taxes that will be coming, and the sales tax will be coming from the revenues that the new businesses and shops that will be making. That's money coming to the city so that we can do even more and even greater services to our citizens.
For more years than I care to remember, and everybody reminds me when they were back here in 98 or 99 or 2000, yeah, you were talking about it then, Brzezicki. Yeah, you said we'd have a hotel there by the spring. But the full-service hotel was an important thing for us, and we could have had limited service hotels by the dozen, but we held out because we always knew that to really have this project fulfill its potential, we wanted to have a great hotel.
The 10-story Westin is being built at the front entrance of the Chase Center on the Riverfront, and it is hoped that it will help the center and the city by bringing more large meetings and conventions to Wilmington. The Bacini Polling Group, which recently broke ground on a new Riverfront IMAX movie theater project, purchased the land from the Riverfront Development Corporation for $3 million. It is the city's first full-service property in nearly 20 years. Tracy Townsend Schofield has been selected by a committee of Wilmington City Council members to fill the seat vacated by Steve Martelli. Schofield, who was sworn into office during a recent City Council meeting, will represent the 8th District until a new council member is elected in November. Current at-large council member Bud Friel is the only person who has filed with the Board of Elections to run in the district. Schofield has worked as a sales manager at the Hotel DuPont since 1997. The City of Wilmington's Department of Real Estate and Housing has a new director. Nyla Gilliam has been named as acting director of the department following the recent resignation of Timothy Crawley. Gilliam began working for former Mayor James Sills in 1993 and has worked in the Department of Real Estate and Housing since 1994. Crawley had been the Director of Real Estate and Housing since 2006 and has left the city to start his own business. Delaware Governor Jack Markell has been named chairman of the National Governors Association. The prestigious group includes the leaders of the states, territories, and commonwealths and deals collectively with matters regarding public policy and governance at both the state and national levels. During his one-year term, Governor Markell will focus on improving employment opportunities for Americans with disabilities. In the 104-year history of the National Governors Association, only 2 other Delawareans have served as the chair of the organization: Tom Carper in 1998 and J. Caleb Boggs in 1959.
I think in this day and age, with everything that's going on in the world, we need to stop and recognize the people who are putting themselves at risk for our freedoms. I think it's something that we tend to take for granted, and people need to get out and show that their support, that they care, because a lot of us aren't out there on the front lines, and we need to remember what people are doing.
Wilmington will host a 5K run in September to honor the service and sacrifice of those who have fallen while protecting and serving country and community. The 9/11 Heroes Run will be held on Saturday, September 8th, beginning at 9 a.m. Event organizer Angela Henry got the idea to bring the race to Wilmington after participating in the event last year in Philadelphia.
I remember when I did this run in Philadelphia, as I was struggling along the course, I thought of all the firefighters that were going up the stairs in the World Trade Tower, and that's what really pushed me through to make the extra effort to finish.
Half of the proceeds from the race will go to the Travis Manion Foundation, which provides grants to the military community, and the remaining proceeds will benefit local nonprofit groups.
You can sign up on the website at www.911heroesrun.com, and it'll give you an option to select your city. Currently, there are 35 runs that day across the U.S., and pick Wilmington, Delaware, because that's where I'd love for you to come. And you can also get more information on the foundation at www.travismanion.com, and the event is through the Travis Manion Foundation.
There have been 37 9/11 Heroes runs held in 6 countries, and more than 50,000 runners have participated in the event. That's all for now. Thanks for watching.